Here we're going to show you how to create a scan using NodeZero within your hack range environment. We talked a little bit about this in a previous session on how to perform autonomous scans and the importance in having a continuous penetration program. But today we are going to set things up. Okay, we never ever use tools like this to scan any network that we don't own or have access or authorization. So remember those RFC 1918 IP addresses, those internal IP addresses of 172.16.00/12. That's at 172.16.00 all the way to 172.31.255.255. Or 10.0.0.0/8, which is 10.000, all the way to 10.255.255.255, as well as the 192.168.00/16. That's at 192.168.0.0 all the way to 192.168.255.255. Those are the only IP addresses that we can use these tools on because that's all that you have access to. That's all you're authorized to. So we don't want to get into any type of trouble. Once we open up NodeZero, we're going to click on that Run Pentest. Click the Internal Pentest and Next. Here we're going to go ahead and name our project. And name it to your environment along with the year, month, date, and add a 01 at the end. There are different templates that you can choose from. We are going to choose the default one recommended. So pretty easy here. Okay, in this is a scope section, and this is where we need to pay very close attention to. This should only be RFC 1918 IP addresses. In this case, we're going to go ahead and enter 172.17.17.0/24, and we're also going to go ahead and enter 172.16.1.0/24. We could enter all RFC 1918s here, but that will take a little bit longer to complete. We don't need to select a runner. If we wanted to automate these scans, we could define runners in the future. And if we wanted to exclude a host, we could. Let's say we want to scan everything in the IP address on 172.16.1.0/24, except for the sensitive printer on 172.16.1.44, then you would simply enter 172.16.1.44 in the exclude section. Here we're going to go ahead and click on Next. Here we're going to go ahead and modify our pen test scanning options, or TTPs. So I'm going to go ahead and select all for the brute force section. We're not running S3s here, so we can uncheck that. We don't need subdomains here either for this particular test. We will select all in the data selection, environmental impact, credential verification, default credentials, exploitation, as well as man-in-the-middle attacks. You need to be very cautious with the items marked in red, as there could be some negative fallout here. In this test environment, you are fine with selecting these. Click Next. Here is the runtime section. You need to set a minimum and a maximum pen test run. So go ahead and click the Add Minimum and go ahead and set a time for 1 day and 0 hours. Click the Add Maximum Runtime and go ahead and change that to 2 days and 0 hours. Now this is a small network, but if it was a larger network, you could change it to 7 days or 3 days, whatever you prefer. Then go ahead and click the Review button, and that will take us to the next section. Go ahead and review if all looks good, accept the risk, and click the Run Pen Test button. Now we're going to go ahead and copy our Docker code to our clipboard and paste it within our Kali Linux machine that is running Docker. Remember, you have to be running as root. Here you're going to see a whole bunch of Docker images that are being downloaded, and it's going to take a bit. It's going to take a minute or so. So when that's complete, you will see the scanning take place. So just be patient. It's going to take a few minutes. You're going to also be able to tail the Docker logs by running the docker logs-f command. You're going to see the exact command to enter, and it's displayed right there in the success output section.